Check. What's up, everyone? They officially caught the Charlie Kirk shooter, which is, you probably, if you see my other videos, been covering this. And, it's a somber time. It's a sad time. No one deserves to die for any reason whatsoever, unless you're a pedo. Even then, that just takes its hold. But they caught the dude. Um, we will take a look at this and see what's up.
After a manhunt that lasted just 33 hours, police say they've caught the suspect who assassinated conservative activist Charlie Kirk. 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, arrested for suspicion of aggravated murder and other charges. Authorities say his family turned him in.
A family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident.
Law enforcement sources tell NBC News that family member was Robinson's own father, who contacted a family friend, identified as a minister, and that's when local sheriffs were alerted. Robinson lives in Washington County, Utah, and is currently a student at Dixie Technical College, where he's in the electrical apprenticeship program.
Congratulations.
Video from 2021 shows Robinson reading a scholarship letter from Utah.
The thing I ask is, like, what went wrong? You sound like you had a good life, you had a good upbringing. Like, what really made you that pissed off that you had to go and murder somebody in cold fucking blood? Like, what went wrong? Like, what in that whole instant where you thought it was okay to gun down a person because they have maybe different beliefs than you, or you don't agree with something or maybe you yourself is going through a mental crisis, which, it's I'm not trying to justify anything for anyone. Just try to make, like, sense of violence. Because this is like just a fucking, just senseless. It's senseless. Especially this week has been a crazy week for everything. You got the poor Ukrainian woman that got stabbed. You have Charlie Kirk that got assassinated. 9/11 week this week. I'm not going to go over that. If you know me, you know how I feel about that. It's just it shouldn't be like this, the crazy week I'd expect is something stupid happens and, I can laugh about it. None of this is okay. None of this is just, but we got him, hopefully he gets the highest death penalty, as far as I'm concerned.
State University.
It obviously was all cold-blooded and stuff.
$32,000.
Utah's governor says family members told them Robinson recently brought up Charlie Kirk's upcoming visit to the Utah Valley University's campus, saying he did not agree with him.
In the conversation with another family member, Robinson mentioned Charlie Kirk was coming to UVU. They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints.
Cool. I don't like a lot of things that happen and that comes through. A lot of other people don't like a lot of other things that come through. You think that gives you the fucking right? Like how fucking deranged are you? You think it's okay because you don't agree with someone to take someone's life? That's not how it works. That's not how we, founding fathers, you think that's how they want it to be? You know, you think your grandparents wanted to be like that? Your father? Like, you're a piece of shit. You know, I hope you get the fucking death penalty. I do. You know, an eye for a fucking eye. You know, you don't do shit like that. You don't take other people's lives like that. That man had a family. It doesn't matter, regardless of political view, religious view, whatever. You never take someone else's life. You know, there's other ways around. You know, he always called out for, debates and talking to and learning from other people. And if you don't like it, you know, the dude had balls, dude. The guy had balls to say some shit that, you know, you might not want to hear, but it might be truth. The only balls you had was to take it, take a life. You have no balls. You're not a man. You're a little child. And guess what? Hopefully Utah throws the fucking book at you. I think you should get everything. And I think a lot of other people that I've been, watching and, even commenting on and stuff, believes the same way. You know, you deserve the greatest sentence that can possibly happen. I think Utah is the firing squad. Just saying, an eye for an eye, Like, dude, 21 years old, dude, like, you had the whole life in front of you. I'm 36. Like, you know how much I would, take to give, to go back to my 21-year-old ways and just be able to fix some of the dumb shit I've done. No dumb shit, just point my direction in certain ways that, dude, I would give, and what did you do? Kill somebody in cold blood? Because you didn't agree with him? That's why you got radicalized. Let's go on.
That he had.
And tonight, police revealing more evidence uncovered in their investigation, including taunting inscriptions written on 3 unfired rounds they recovered. One of them reading, "Hey fascist, catch," followed by arrow symbols. Another with the lyrics of an anti-fascist.
Wasn't there there was a shooter for a Catholic church a couple of weeks ago. I think I was going to do a video, but I was kind of, I deleted it because I kind of got a rant, and I didn't say anything bad like that, but I was just like, it didn't, this shit needs to stop, dude. This shit needs to fucking stop. You guys sit here and say, hey, take away guns, take away, assault rifles, stuff like that. But you guys are the ones that burn them out and use them on people who are, for gun rights, for, people rights, like everyone's rights. No one's saying you can't be who you are. We just you gotta do it regularly like most normal people do it. I ain't trying to go up that, tree, but I'm gonna have to, there was a Charlie Kirk thing about transgender going into women's bathrooms, and I've been I think I'm outspoken about they shouldn't be in women's sports. It's just not fair, 100%. It's the proof is in the pudding, Just look it up. I shouldn't have to be here holding your hand, looking up information you could probably just look up on Google. It's not fair. Not fair for women. Same thing with males going to women's bathrooms. It's just not, Not saying like, I'm not saying they're all like that, but you know, you got those few pervs. And he came out with that, and I posted on my Facebook. So if you know, on my Facebook, you probably read it. I mean, that shouldn't even be a question. That shouldn't even be a problem. It should be like, yeah, we get it. Like, you know, if I had a daughter, absolutely not. Or even, you know, the person that I care about, daughter, I mean, she's old enough to, you know, she's an adult, but like, you know, 5 years ago, I'd be like, no, dude, if I saw, no, I'd say something. Like, no, you stay here, you wait. Because, I mean, no offense, but you never know, man. You never know. People are fucking weird these days. Look what just happened. Look in the last couple of weeks. Bernie Sanders. Actually, you don't want. Let's put Bernie's stuff on. Because he put it really clear. Like, Bernie's like the last politician I could say that, like, years ago, I was a liberal. I switched because, you know, it just got ridiculous. You know, I do believe in gun rights. But I believe in universal health care. Like, everyone deserves to have the fucking health care. I mean, that shouldn't even be a question. I also believe in, you know, our taxes go to the people that need it. Working class people deserve better pay, like just a whole bunch of other things. And I know, like I said, I never get political. Yeah, it's when this happened, I decided, you know, fuck this. I'm good. Unleash the beast. Like I've always been a outspoken, you know, conservative for the last couple of years. Like, I don't say online anything else like that. I do say, you know, I lean towards like libertarian, but it's because I'm just so sick of it. You know, I just want our people to be good. You know, us Americans. You know, I love Canada. Families from Canada. I will like always have, you know, strong Canadian roots. But I mean, I live in America. I strong American roots. You know, I fly that flag high, proud of it, 100%. You know, yeah, I know I have that's it. You know, New California Republic (NCR). If you don't play Fallout, then it's not the actual California flag. It's the NCR flag. But, you know, I see, you know, Gavin Newsom destroying California. I see the mayor of Chicago destroying that. Just New York, just like, we should be protecting our people, not putting them into the line where, you know, Britain or Ireland. So, you know, something that will happen, Charlie Kirk happens, which is a travesty. And I think what, you know, Donald Trump did with giving him the Medal of Freedom, I think he got the Medal of Freedom. I think it was great. You know, he deserves it. The dude did nothing wrong. He was just trying to educate people to disagree or agree, and that's what the beauty of democracy was. That's what I'm going to show you with Bernie. He said it perfect. Bernie Sanders, I would always say protect that man at all costs. Like, the man's a great man. I think depending on who you are, I mean, doesn't matter what side. Like, Bernie is, you know, a man for his people. Always have been, always will be. So what is his video? Okay, right. No, that's not it. Yeah, you know, I get it. Like, he doesn't like Trump or anything. I mean, you gotta, you know, agree to disagree. I mean, if you asked me, do I like Trump? Yes and no. Um, until you give me solid fucking evidence that he's a, he was like solid. Like, I need that solid evidence. Because we live in a country that it's about guilty or not guilty. Then, I will choose my opinion. But, like, think he really. I don't think he's like a bad dude. Like, I think he has good intentions. I think some people are just a little bit too soft these days. Um, I do enjoy listening to talk because, like, I laugh at him and stuff. Do I take him seriously? Not, but like, I don't think he has bad intentions. But again, he did a little bit more than a lot, and then people forget. I mean, I'm sorry, this goes off on a tangent, but whatever. You guys are here, so if you're still here, like and subscribe. Don't hate me. I don't think his intentions are bad. Like, I think he does have good intentions for our country and stuff. He's going in the business way, and I mean, I'm not a businessman, so I can't really comment. Is it good content? Yeah, it's great content. It's absolutely it is great content. Um, you know, watching him speak, well, on like Asmongold's podcast and stuff like that. Well, not even podcasts, is live streams and stuff. Again, thoughts, go out to, Asmon's dad too with prostate cancer and stuff. Much love to you. Hopefully, cancer sucks, dude. And hopefully he gets through it. But, much love to him and his family. But, it's a weird thing to talk about it because you try not to. You don't want to hurt other people. Like that. Like, we all have our beliefs. I grew up in a time where, it's what Charlie Kirk was doing. Like, you have debates like that. You talked about it. You guys exchange information. You might not agree with it, but are you willing to listen? That's the cool thing about it. And I'm always about, good conversation. I think Bernie said it good. Here we go, right here. Like,
I want to say a few words regarding the terrible murder yesterday of Charlie Kirk, someone who I strongly disagreed with on almost every issue. But it was clearly a very smart and effective communicator and organizer, and someone unafraid to get.
Like, Bernie said it perfect. Like, he's like, he might disagree with him and all, but he appreciated him as a human being. Like, why can't we be like that anymore? Why can't we just, like, agree to disagree? Why can't we fucking just, we're all humans, like, we're all in this fucking place to make shit better. And then you think it's okay to take someone's fucking life.
Get out into the world and engage the public. My condolences go out to his wife and his family. A free and democratic society, which is what America is supposed to be about, depends upon the basic premise that people can speak out, organize, and take part in public life without fear, without worrying that they might be killed, injured, or humiliated for expressing their political views. In fact, that is the essence of what freedom is about and what democracy is about. You have a point of view, that's great. I have a point of view that is different than yours, that's great. Let's argue it out. We make our case to the American people at the local, state, and federal levels, and we hold free elections in which the people decide what they want. That's called freedom and democracy. And I want as many people as possible to participate in that process without fear. Freedom and democracy is not about political violence. It is not about assassinating public officials. It is not about trying to intimidate people who speak out on an issue. Political violence, in fact, is political cowardice. It means that you cannot convince people of the correctness of your ideas, and you have to impose them through force. Every American, no matter what one's political point of view may be, must condemn all forms of political violence and all forms of intimidation. We must welcome and respect dissenting points of view. That's what our Constitution is about. That's what our Bill of Rights is about. That, in fact, is what freedom is about. The murder of Charlie Kirk is part of a disturbing rise in political violence that threatens to hollow out public life and make people afraid of participating. From the January 6, 2021 attack on the United States Capitol, to the attempted assassination of Donald Trump, to the attack on Paul Pelosi, to the attempted kidnapping of Michigan Governor Whitmer, to the murder of Minnesota's Speaker of the House, Melissa Hortman, and her husband, to the arson attack on Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, to the shooting of United Health Executive Brian Thompson.
I'm not gonna say that like I agree with the whole United Health Executive, but it's like he said it perfect. A man like who's been a senator for fucking like as long as I can remember. And I still, I always support Bernie. I think, even to this day, even when I switch sides, I still love Bernie. I think the man, he's the man for the people. Like, he cares. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. Like, it's just about real things, and this is real things, But I had to say that, because I know everyone's Luigi and this, that, and it's like, no comment, because, I'm on YouTube. If you really feel like I don't hate, like, we all hate fucking health insurance, but I mean, again, death isn't the way to go. It isn't, never is. Human life is a sacred one, unless you're a pedo, but.
In the shooting several years ago of Representative Steve Scalise, this chilling rise in violence has targeted public officials across the political spectrum. Sadly, this is not a new phenomenon. We all remember the assassinations of President Kennedy, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Senator Robert F. Kennedy, John Lennon, Medgar Evers, and the attempted assassinations of President Ronald Reagan and Alabama Governor George Wallace. This is a difficult and contentious moment in American history. Democracy in our country and throughout the world is under attack. And there are a lot of reasons for that which need serious discussion. But bottom line, if we honestly believe in democracy, if we believe in freedom, all of us must be loud and clear. Political violence, regardless of ideology, is not the answer and must be condemned. Thank you very much.
I think that was actually one of the, and there's been several of my friends who are, both right and left, who have looked at that and said, he's right. It's absolutely right, dude. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what your ideology is, what you want to, like, lean towards. Violence is never the fucking answer. Never the fucking answer. I mean, look at all those assassinations. They were from left and right. Some of them were the people that spoke out to do better for the country, like JFK or Martin Luther King, you know. And, you know, like now unfortunately, our time, we got people like Charlie Kirk, who, you know, again, just out there speaking, you know, doing what, you know, our founding fathers asked us to do, to go out there, speak your mind, have an opinion. If you don't agree, you don't agree, but that's the beauty, to have a healthy, and Bernie said it best, man. Like I said, Bernie is one of the last, well, I believe, last great politicians, regardless of what side he leans on, or his belief, because I know, like, he is paying out the healthcare system and all that crap, but he does, I do feel strongly like he does give a fuck, you know, and I can get behind that, you know. Maybe not like everything he says, but that's the beauty, and that's, you know, even Charlie Kirk, you know, that's what he wanted. Like, he wanted to hear other people's opinion, challenge that. Maybe you change, maybe he changed, you know, that was what it's about. But we got the fucker, he's in jail. I'm sorry, this has been kind of 27-minute video. I feel very strongly about this. I just so sick of watching people die over bullshit reasons. Bullshit fucking reasons. You know. I mean, every reason is a bullshit reason. But this is just not. This needs to stop, dude. This needs to stop. And I mean, even those politicians, there's other people lately that's just, it's just heartless. And there's no reason for it. Like, if you're really that scumbaggish, where you can just kill somebody in cold blood, like, I hope the worst on you. I really do. And you know what? Utah, like, I did that video the other day, that lawyer, about Utah being like a firing squad state. Like, I would gladly go up there for like a week and vote on that. Just to watch you. Just watch it. Because you know what? What you did to that man was fucking disgusting. And everyone had to deal with that. Like, there were probably 3,000-4,000 college kids there, starting up their lives, you know, trying to do good in the world. And you fucking destroyed their brain. Like, they probably still thinking about that. Like, I've seen some shit in my life. Shit that even I have night terrors with. These are like young folks looking to do good in life. You know, maybe change something. Do better. Just be good folks. So, sir, you 21-year-old that didn't know anything, you get what you got, you fucker. And I hope it's even worse in jail for you. I'm going to stop this right now before I start going off. Like and subscribe. And again, you know, God bless Charlie Kirk's family. And, yeah.